judge me. I just wish you knew. That's just what you miss you as I need you.
My bad. I should have took that off.
That's
Go
okay.
ahead,
It's
LT.
cool. It's cool. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? I'm your man OG Truth with the 2 Hertz with a Z coming at you. Coming at you with a Royal Rumble review. I got we got 6-man K Styles. He's gonna be in and out. He's the engineer and the producer of the show. We got a new member,
The real main
Jermaine,
event.
and we got all the way down from Screven County. My little brother. Happy belated birthday to LT. And main event got something that he want to talk to you about before we get the show started. So go ahead on and get this out of the way. So y'all gonna have y'all argument.
Yes. Like I said, that post you posted about your damn with that pick and how your pick went to your health the way it did and the way it sounded. I was jealous. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It made me feel some kind of way, and I want to call you an asshole, and I'm gonna call you an asshole, and I'm gonna tell you I'm sorry right now because I feel like you violated me.
Well, he used to being called an asshole.
Again,
I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that alone.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I can still grow my hair at 34 years old. And so it really wasn't even shot at you. Is me making fun of some of my classmates because some of them boys they done lost their hair at an early age. You know, one of them went bald in his mid-20s. The other one went bald as soon as he hit 30. So, and we all roast each other. So I get the chance to put my little jabs in from time to time. They can't. One got a bald spot, the other one got a receding hairline. I still got both. So I can talk.
You said he got the John Cena syndrome?
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. John need to go ahead on. John need to go ahead and just get him a low cut, bro. All right,
go back to being the first type.
Yes, sir.
We had the Royal Rumble last night in Indianapolis. Had a big card. You had the WWE Tag Team Title match. You had a grudge match for the world title with Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens, and then you had the men's and women's Royal Rumble. D. Coleman, what's going on? Anybody who come here, make sure y'all hit them buttons. 6-man K Live, my podcast, Truth with the 2 TV. All right, let's Travis run your mouth. Let's get it going.
All right, people. So we're gonna start off with the recap of the Royal Rumble from last night. But the very first match to kick off the card was the women's Royal Rumble. Of course, it's a 30-woman entrance, and we had quite some. We had the regulars, we had some up and comers making the show, and we had quite a few returns. Me personally, I think the match was pretty well. It went pretty well. Starting off with Io Sky and Liv Morgan. You had an opportunity to see Jordan Grace. This is Jordan Grace's second straight Royal Rumble, but this was her first Royal Rumble as a new member with a brand new contract under WWE. She's no longer with TNA. She's officially a World Wrestling Entertainment superstar. Guess
what? TNA did waive their 60-day no-show.
They did what?
They waived her 60-day no-show, so she's able to on WTV as soon as she wants to.
Okay, so I said so you had that going on. You also had a return. You had the return. Well, before we get to the returns, we had surprise entrance from NXT level with Lash Legend. I think Roxanne Perez already. I thought she went in like last year. She came, but Lash Legend Laz Legend and Jada Parker both made their quote unquote main roster debuts in a big match like in a big pay-per-view like this, which was very warranted. Those ladies had a phenomenal year. And then we had the return of the great Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss that everybody was looking forward to seeing. Even a cameo or surprise return from the great Trish Stratus. So main event, what you got on that?
Man, I'm gonna tell you something. I love the last 10 Royal Rumbles have been so great with the women opening up the Royal Rumble and not having it before the men and having it as an opener because they set the tone. And you look at Roxanne Perez, you look at Jada Parker, you look at Last Legend, you see all these girls going at it, and I'm just like, wow, wow. I mean, these girls can go, they ready. And Biggie said it best. Many of these girls can go and main event WrestleMania right now.
I agree.
He is that's the ultimate truth.
I agree. I think. I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand you try to give NXT their own personal WrestleMania, like they did last year. Me personally, I do feel like when you got people on your roster that's literally like main roster level type push from fans, like people. I guess they didn't think that Trick Williams wouldn't didn't have that kind of look. But when I say that because remember, he made his main roster debut on SmackDown last year. Even though he didn't stay there, he just came to help out on
That one
SmackDown.
and done.
But yeah, that one and done. But you seen the reception that he got. Like I'm pretty sure they were thinking like, oh, he might get a little reception, he might not. But the minute his music hit, the crowd instantly was with
They're
it,
with
like with
him.
the whoop that trick chant. They with the chant. So it lets you know like, okay, he's big enough to be on the big show instead of, like I said, the NXT joint is definitely nice for the guy for their level. But like I said, when you having people like Jada Parker, Last Legend, Roxanne Perez, and those ladies, they could definitely be on that either on that Saturday show or that Sunday show to give them a much bigger audience and showcase their skill set. So I do
Agreed.
agree. Those ladies could go.
And the one thing that I was very, very impressed about was
Mm-hmm.
seeing Alexa Bliss. And Alexa Bliss looking very, very, very healthy, happy. You know, they've got the contract settled, as I understand. Um, late before she came out, they got it settled right around the hour before the Royal Rumble started. So she's contracted now. Um,
Oh, well, that's fantastic news. I mean, well, Alexa been going through a lot of stuff the last 2 years.
she had skin
Newlywed,
cancer.
yeah, injury, newlywed, becoming a mother. Then the guy that you was working in with, and Wyndham Rotunda, better known as Bray Wyatt, he passes away, and
Yep,
y'all had a thing going on together. So it was great to see her back and in a happy place. The reception for her was exquisite, and I love the fact that everybody got on their feet and they cheered like no other when because it wasn't her usual theme. So when we heard the theme, folks was looking like, well, who is this? And when her
yeah.
name popped up, the crowd went crazy. So it was very much warranted. Now, the winner of that match was the returning Charlotte Flair. My thoughts on her winning that match was I didn't think it was warranted for her. I understand that she's Charlotte and whatever, but she's been out. You might well say she's pretty much been out for like the last 2 years because even when
I
she
was about to
did
say
come
three,
back,
wasn't it almost 3 years?
yeah, 2 3 years. Because when she did come back, she was on the back for like a short stint and she was going again. So due to another injury or whatever. So I'm looking at like y'all pushing Flair like that kills the hard work that everybody else on the roster put in because you put like she literally just came back
No, this is
her
what
first match back, and immediately you pushing her in the title, in the title picture, and it's like, well, what about all the rest of these ladies in the ring? Like, you didn't think those guys didn't?
Here's what they want to push, LT, and I don't mean to cut you off, but this is what they want to push. They want to push Tiffany Stratton against Charlotte. That's what they want. That's what everybody wants. Charlotte versus Tiffany time. You know, the queen of the queen versus Tiffany time. That's what they want. And for me, is it time for it? No, because there's still that program that she has with Nia Jax. There's still the program that she could possibly have with other wrestlers on SmackDown. It's not warranted.
I mean, me personally, I understand the popularity of Tiffany Stratton. I'm not impressed with her in-ring work. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Not yet.
It ain't impressive. I mean, has she improved? Yeah, but I don't think it's improved enough for you to say, all right, we gonna throw her with Charlotte already. Like that.
Exactly.
I don't think that's warranted. So I mean, so I take it that me and you both agree that we really didn't too much care for Charlotte winning the Royal Rumble, but we understand why they did it and whatnot. But because it's business. But like I said, I just wasn't. Like I said, if you want to say business, it's other women that was in that Royal Rumble that definitely deserve a look. I mean, for crying out loud, I don't care what nobody say. Zoe Stark definitely deserves a look. Like Zoe is a damn good in-ring performer. She's a damn good in-ring performer. She know how to sell. She knows how to do her moves correctly. Like I've seen her put on better matches than some of the guys. So that's why I said like Zoe definitely need that look.
100%.
So, all right. So
me personally,
go ahead.
Me personally, man, I'm being a fanboy right now. I love me some Charlotte. So I cried twice last night. Fuck you, LaTravis. Fuck you. Fuck you. But I did. I got emotional twice last night. I got emotional with Charlotte and emotional with Alexa. So that's the last time y'all gonna hear me.
It ain't wrong. Nothing wrong with that, to be honest with you. Because I mean, we hadn't seen Charlotte in so long, and to know what Alexa went through over the last couple of years, and to see her back in front of the crowd, listen. I didn't really cry, but I did get emotional about it because I was happy to see her back. I'm not gonna lie.
But I'm a huge fan of Zoe Stark. The one thing what I will say about Charlotte is, even though she gon' go after the strap, we know Charlotte putting girls over. But we know.
Andrade. Andrade. They did a interview with Andrade. I can't remember who did it. I think it was Van Vliet who did it. He said that Charlotte. This might be her last year or last couple of years. And I think she's probably going to be looking to pass the torch.
I mean, Charlotte has pretty much done everything you could possibly do, and she done held the Raw title. She done held the SmackDown title. She's won the Royal. She's done won the Royal Rumble now. She done had great feuds. Like at this point, Charlotte is ready to become a mother, and Charlotte like pushing 40. So she has always expressed that she wanted to be a mom, and and with a career in wrestling, and in a career in wrestling, it's hard for you to be a parent when you're always on the road. Hence, that's why people were talking trash about, well, where was Becky Lynch last night? With her damn child. That's what she was at. Like what y'all mean? Where she at? Like you can't have both mommy and daddy on the fucking road. Somebody got to be home.
I mean,
y'all know
they're now 5 years old.
Y'all know they got a nursery. Y'all know Becky Lynch. I think she facilitated the mothers to have a nursery on the road.
Right.
Which is dope. I'm glad that she did that. It's just that Sometimes you don't. You rather have your child. You rather be in the comfort of your own home with your kid than travel on the road with your kid and whatnot. That
Exactly.
ain't always good for your. And that's not always good for your child to be on the road like that either.
And that's
So
that's what Oscar. Oscar took some time off. Her child. She's got a teenager.
yeah, and yeah,
So
Oscar in her 40s. You know what I'm saying? So I understand why she doing it. She in her 40s. She got a teenage daughter, and plus Oscar got too many ways to make her money. She got between social media, her YouTube channel, being a big star in Japan, like,
mhm.
and she's pretty much a freaking geek
and
because
she and
she's a gamer
she's a voice
and
actor.
Yeah,
yeah,
she got a bunch of businesses. She got boutiques. She got hair salons. But what I wanted to ask everybody, who impressed you all in that match?
Man, it's two or three that impressed me. I'm just gonna go down the line. Jada Parker impressed me. Roxanne Perez
Roxanne Perez.
impressed me.
Hey,
Impressed the fuck out of me.
well,
And Jordan Grace, in the short time that she was in there, she impressed the fuck out of me with some of the sessions she did. And then Papa Living told the fuck out of everything. And I love and that was another person that I'm wanting to see that will have a breakout. Papa Living because she
shout,
deserves it too.
shout out to the homie, Adriel Howard, who we know as Lash Legend. She had a very impressive showing
Yes, she did.
last night.
Yeah, she
uh,
definitely did.
When you sent
All by time.
my thing is when you sent her the gold chain with Tyler Bate and UNFC UK and McGinn, Nigel McGinnis and those guys, you did her the biggest favor because she don't look raw. She looks seasoned. She looks like she's ready for the big time.
To me, she's ready.
hold on. What you got to say, Kev?
Oh, as far as what you was talking about, that kind of impressed me. As goofy as her, like
What?
chill.
No, you on the road, bro. I know you on the road. You sound robotic. You sound robotic.
You chop it up. You chop it up, Kay.
Hey, you might need to go out and come back here.
Yeah, he know what to do.
All right, hold on. I'll be right back. Y'all keep going.
All right. So, well, like, with that being said, because we got to move along. The next matchup we had for that night was DIY taking on Motor City Machine. What they call it, Motor City Machine. Yeah, Motor City Machine. I had to make sure I had the gun was the correct word, but you had that tag match. It was a best of 2 out of 3 falls in that matchup. If I'm not mistaken, I think Motor City won. Yeah, I think Motor City won the first fall, and DIY
won the first fall.
Okay, so DIY won the first fall. Motor City won the second fall, and then now here's where things got finicky because as the matches get ready to close out, which I'm not gonna lie to y'all, me personally, while I was watching it, it gave a huge amount of Paul London and Brian Kendrick vibes the whole damn match. Like,
fucking did.
Like,
I'm not gonna lower that. I'm not gonna lower those standards. No,
to me it did. Yeah, to me it did, and me and Kev both was agreeing on that. It literally looked like something like a match that Paul London and Brian Kendrick would do. Like the move sets, the stuff like that. It just oozed Paul London and Brian Kendrick. But with that being said, though, the climax to the fight was seeing the Street Profits pop up out of nowhere, and they helped DIY win the title. But in the midst of them helping them beating the title, after the match, they attacked them as well and held the titles up for their own. Me personally, shout out to Street Profits. This looked like a bona fide heel turn that was needed, and I liked it. And they say they coming for everything, and that's exactly what I want to see. I want to see these guys be taken seriously. I want to see these guys back in the title picture. I want to see these guys be on a mean street. Let them know that we are here and we are coming for everything. Like, listen, yesterday was February 1st. which was the start of Black History Month, and that's how you kick off the motherfucking month. That's how you kick off the month.
You know what though?
I would say this, and
We,
yeah,
Hold on,
I'm
let
I'm
OG,
looking at it from a
let OG go.
storytelling
Hold on,
standpoint.
man, let OG go real quick.
let me add this real fast. If you watch what happened in that women's Royal Rumble, it's definitely tension between Bianca and by the way,
Yeah,
reacting to Jordan Grace and B Fab. I can see a faction forming with the Street
Did
Profits.
B-Fab get hurt, and that's why she get eliminated, or she just got eliminated clean?
Now she got
no,
eliminated.
she got eliminated clean.
Yeah, it was clean. It was
Um,
clean.
what's the name eliminated her?
That Ivy chick.
Ivy Now.
Yeah,
And Ivy Now had a pretty decent showing too.
Yeah,
she did.
So we could see a faction form between the Street Profits and B Fab. So stay tuned for that. But that's what I got on that.
All right, what are y'all thoughts on the match and what the Street Profits did?
Maybe they could do a clean heel turn this time because they tried to do it with Lashley, but they kept getting popped from the fans.
here's the thing from a storytelling standpoint. To me, it actually was a double turn. It's like when they jumped on the Motion Machine Guns. It's like that was a heel turn, and then when they stayed out and they beat up DIY, which is the heel team, they turned them right back.
But see, that to me that classifies as a heel turn.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It was more of a double turn to me
they pretty much
because of that. But at the same time, just looking at the story and the vibe of the story, it told a story of two Titans wanting to be the best out of get the best out of each other and beat the hell out of each other. And that's exactly what we saw. And the ending was anticlimactic because it felt like there was really no finish. It was a dusty finish. It wasn't a clean finish.
That is true. It really wasn't a clean finish. But
What
like
I'm
you
gonna
said, with the Street Profits, like you said, they need some type of direction that's different.
Exactly.
Now when you was talking about as far as the last time they tried to turn him, it's going to be hard to turn Montez heel and Dawkins heel just for some fact that they're too loved,
yeah.
And that's too over.
regardless of anything they do.
But
That you over.
let me say this though, because he said that it was like a double turn. I don't think it was a double turn. It's a, like I said, it's a we coming for everything type deal. Like, don't get me wrong. Yeah, at first Roman was hated as a tribal chief. When he first came back, yes, he was at first hated. But then as the years went by, he became loved because you just couldn't help it. With them, I feel like they could still get a pop, but I like even the last time the pop. I don't think the pop was for them because they were too loved. I think the pop was like, yo, we finally getting the heel side of them. That's what people was excited about because they was always the faces. You know what I'm saying? So we finally get to see the dark side, and I think like last night, that's what people want to see. They want to see the dark side of the Street Profits. It's just the fact that it kind of worked because MCM they was very highly favored to win that match and they cost them. So like I said, I think the Street Profits I don't think it was a double turn. I think them boys are officially healed and they just gonna run through everybody and
Let me piggyback on what you just said right there. Okay. The one thing that I've noticed, and if you notice, this was something that's been 4 or 5 years in the making. This was something that was supposed to happen in NXT. That NXT was where DIY was supposed to pass the torch to the Street Profits, but Ciampa decides to be made out of paper. He tears the ACL one year, breaks his neck the next year. So you didn't get that big matchup between the Street Profits and DIY. Now you're finally gonna get it, and you're gonna see it on the main roster. And then you then
Right.
then you saw it. Then you couldn't have it that third year because you had Ciampa and Gargano in one of the best rivalries in NXT history. So you didn't get to see this. Now I'm more excited about seeing the Street Profits and DIY and to see who was the best at that point in time because they both came in around the same time.
And you also can make it, and you can also make it like a new age Hardy's, Dudley's, and Edge and Christian, and like a triple threat tag team match with those. If you could build it up to WrestleMania, you could have a big title match for them at WrestleMania.
That's
And
money.
you
You're
can,
right.
yeah,
You're exactly right.
that like you could as a matter of fact, you could add a stipulation to it, make it a ladder match, or make it a TLC match. But if you could somehow integrate all three teams in, you got a money maker on your hands on one of
Yes,
the
you do.
biggest stages.
Yes, you
So
do.
Let me interrupt.
that
Allow me to interrupt. Hey,
mm,
everybody, man, make sure y'all hit them buttons, man. Appreciate everybody tuning in. D. Coleman, Dwayne G, D. Coleman bringing the heat right. Make sure y'all hit them buttons. Everybody with Man K Live, Man Mike Podcast, Truth with the 2 TV. We are here right now with my man six man K Styles. We got the main event in Houston and Screven County's own LT, asshole LT, ALT, and I'm your man OG Truth with the 2 Hertz with a Z. We busted his butt, y'all. Southside, what's up?
Yo, Western Frontier. Western Frontier, Columbus, Georgia. What's up, y'all?
Y'all want to sing happy birthday to us? No, we're not gonna do it.
nah, we ain't gonna do that. It's done been a week now, but I appreciate the love. I really do.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next match, we had Kevin
He don't
Owens.
need no happy birthday. Fuck that motherfucker. Anyway,
So we got
nah,
Kevin
but for real,
Owens.
for real, all of them.
No, it's always that. This is how we do. We family in here. But well, the next matchup was with Kevin Owens taking on Cody Rhodes for the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, that's kind of
You know what? By all means, go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. And again, I look at everything from a storyteller standpoint because I'm one of those who loves stories, and this told a story of personal vendetta. I mean, this is almost Macho Man, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat kind of person, vendetta. You know, if you think about it, because you look at two guys who are just hell bent on beating the hell out of each other, want to kill each other, and want to avenge something that can't be avenged. You know, and you look at this from a standpoint, it looked like a fucking train wreck. It was like Die Hard meets Fast and Furious because everything was so fast, so furious. It was so. I mean, it reminded me of a Japanese strong style type match. I mean,
That, that, that,
if I'm correct in saying that.
yeah, that match was brutal, man.
Yeah.
Got finished watching
So let me ask everybody a question. So how did y'all feel about kind of Kevin Owens kind of being the guy who was pretty much dominating the whole match? How did you feel about that story wise?
But see, here's the thing. I think Kevin was the one that was calling everything. I think he was leading the match. I think
I
Cody
wouldn't be
let him lead
surprised.
the
I think
match.
he was too. I think he was too.
And everything that Cody did, selling wise, oh my God. I mean,
Listen, I ain't gonna lie though. Even though I knew he wasn't truly hurt, but the spot where where Kevin did the brain buster on Cody on the ladder, and how
Yeah.
he just laid there. It like it did for him laying there. You had then you had like what the guy what the dude name that had the storyline with Kurt Angle back in the day. He's the producer now.
Um,
Uh, Not Justin. Is it Justin Cable? I forgot his name,
Uh,
but that kid, he came from the
was it Justin Quinn? No.
not just incredible. I think it's Justin Gable. I'm not. I could be wrong, but he
yeah, you
came.
talking about
Well,
the other half of American Alpha.
yeah.
The dude that they
George
remember he had
Jordan.
this,
It was
jo-
Jordan something.
Jordan
Jordan,
Gable. That's it.
Jordan Gable, he came from the back because he's a producer and he produced a lot of these matches. So he came from the back. He's looking concerned. The announce team looking concerned. It gave vibes of
When
like
Nick Aldis
like
came
Cody
out
could,
and gave the X, that
Yeah,
scared me.
Jordan, that's his name.
Nick
huh?
Aldis actually gave an X. If you saw it
Yeah,
when it came out,
I think Kevin legit got hurt. Um,
Cody was hurt too. Cody, I think they say Cody. They think Cody may have punched a lung and broke two ribs.
yeah,
Look. I was about to say, if anybody remembers the beginning of the match where Kevin Owens body slammed him through the side of that ladder, that
Uh-huh.
was a tone setter right there.
The short ladder.
hmm
And don't forget the back body drop that Cody did on Kevin, where he landed like his back landed on the edge of the ladder where it was laying down. Like that, that corner of the ladder, his
Yeah.
back landed on that. So like that match was very much brutal all the way up until the big finish where Cody did the Alabama slam on Kevin. And I ain't gonna lie, even I'm looking at my screen like, okay, I understand a lot of shit. And don't get me wrong, we saw some gruesome stuff back in the day, especially that Attitude Era. Like Mankind is a legend just off the sheer shit that he did alone. But to see this man get folded the way he did with his head between the rails of the ladder,
That
I was
scared me.
looking like hey, bro, somebody get some help out here. I think he
That's
hurt
what
for
Nick
real.
Aldis. Nick Aldis was legit. If you look, go back and look after that slam, and you saw Sammy go over there, and you saw Nick come running over there. He throws up the X quick, and you weren't supposed to see that, but it was spread out to where they brought the X in, and and the real paramedics came out at the end of that match, and that's
Yeah,
why Cody kept trying to move stuff around and trying to make everything focus on him to get it away from Kevin and the paramedic at that
right.
point.
And then he sold it after the match because he had two camera shots where the first shot where they was up on Kevin like on the floor, but you could see on the turnbuckle hold the titles, and then they did the same shot again, but this time Cody was standing on the announce table holding the titles while Kevin was
Yeah.
bleeding out. So
And
like I
then
said,
you see him when he said, I mean, you didn't hear the voice, but you saw the lip inflections where he basically said, "I'm sorry,"
right.
I'm smelling the
and
heel.
now that he's okay.
I'm smelling the heel turn with Cody. I think
Oh, it's coming.
I
Oh, it's
think
coming. Yeah, it's definitely coming.
I think Punk
Yeah,
got
because I was about to say that the way that match was played out, I'm glad you mentioned Mick Foley. It looked like one of them Mick Foley Terry Funk death matches from Japan. That's what it looked like.
oh yeah.
You know what?
And
I was thinking more of a Van Vader and Stan Larry Hansen type matches.
Woo.
Ooh, that's
yeah, that was
nasty
brutal.
work right there.
But
That's
the reason
nasty
why,
work right
and
there.
the reason why I'm saying this situation because you saw Cody get tapped. He tapped into a darker side.
Yes,
It's like watching Star
You know
Wars.
what?
Like
You
yes,
know what?
let the evil force ooze through you. That you saw that from Cody. So I was like, yeah, I can see the glimpses of the I can see the glimpse of his heel turn, as well as it don't help that I'm gonna tell you, don't be surprised. The first person he knocked the fuck out on his heel turn is R-Truth, and I'm gonna tell you why. He did an interview with Truth some months ago where they talked and he brought up that his record against Truth was like a major losing record, and Truth being funny was like, we all are winners. It's just the fact that I won a little more. And the camera cut to Cody when he said it, and you can see like Cody face expression like internally screaming. He's staring at him, but you can see like that, like them memes where they show you like you smiling, but inside you're screaming. That's
Yeah.
how Cody was looking at him. And then earlier in the week, they showed where Cody was doing, he doing a little signing autographs. R-Truth pops up and take a family photo with him, Brandy, their daughter, and you see Brandy and their daughter, they happy to see him, and you see Cody looking at him like, what the fuck you doing? And I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be generated, because right now R-Truth is very beloved. So, and then it don't make it no better that he also said in that interview that if you want to see what rock bottom looks like, look at me in the Royal Rumble, which was last year. He said, look at me in the Royal Rumble in the corner when you see while you doing John Cena's comeback. He was like, it took everything in me not to knock you down. And you can literally see it, like Cody in the corner just looking at this shit like, I really want to clothesline him, but it should have go against me being a fucking face. But I got to sit here and watch this shit. So like that's why I said, don't be surprised. The first person he knocked the hell out of is gonna be R-Truth.
Yep.
All right, so with that match being done, we move on to the main event of the night, which was the men's 30-man entrant Royal Rumble.
Yo, got my man Super Mario. But go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead.
But you got the 30-man entrant men's Royal Rumble. Kicking off the show.
Hey, before you move on for that, bro, I want to ask you a question about that match. You talking about the Cody turn? Check out Sami Zayn turn. That might happen before Cody.
You know what? The fact that Sammy didn't jump in at all, that kind of told a tale all in itself.
I think Zammy was gonna cheat. I think Zammy had on the all black, like he was gonna come out there and interfere.
I mean, it's kind of up in the air. I'm gonna tell you why. Because when you look at Sammy's situation, you got to also look at how many times that Kevin had turned on him throughout the years.
Yes.
So, but at the same time, like Sammy has been conflicted because that is his buddy, but he also cool with Cody. So it was confliction. But like I said, if it happens, cool. But I wouldn't. But like I said, I'm not sure because of the simple fact that
my gut says it could happen, but my mind is saying no, simply because it wouldn't be Cody that he'd go after. I think
he'd go Kevin.
I think
he gonna go after. Uso gonna win, man. Jay gonna win the championship.
I think Jay gonna go after the World Heavyweight Championship. I think he kind of said that. He kind of mentioned that last night in the interview that he going after the World Championship. So I think he going after Gunther for the Royal Rumble. So the next question is, who's battling Cody for the World Heavyweight Championship? But with that being said, though, I would say that with the 30-man Royal Rumble entrance, though, you start off with Rey Mysterio at number 1. Me personally, I don't know how y'all felt when y'all saw it, but yeah. Ray is very much hinting into retirement. The way he was soaking it in last night, the walk to the ring, he high-fiving everybody doing his usual thing. Usually he just get on one turnbuckle or two, do his pose, and he call it a day. He literally got on all 4 turnbuckles and he soaked it in. I'm saying to myself, I said, bro, all this is signs of Ray. He's fit to hang it up. Ray is really about to hang it up. But I'm not mad.
The same with Ray is. Ray's 49 years old. And
I said, no, Ray 50. Ray just turned 50.
Yeah, he turned 50. Yeah, he just turned 50. You're right. But the point I'm trying to make is that he's doing limited shows as well. He's doing more than what John's only doing 46. Uh, he's only doing about 100, 110.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Ray right now, he's just in that situation. I mean, you're 50 years old, you got a lucrative career, you're inducted to the Hall of Fame, and me and OG can tell you this, like a lot of people might not know, but shit, y'all if y'all think Ray just be on BS, no, he hear that shit at the house. Angie be bitching. And
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Angie at the house like, all right, motherfucker, you done been doing this shit long enough. Our son is established in this shit. You need to bring your ass home. Like
yo,
she's
your
looking at
ass.
him like, I'm tired of seeing your ass on the road. Bring your ass home.
Look at his net worth. His net worth is $35 billion.
So he ain't hear you.
He's hurting for nothing. He's one of the lowest paid wrestlers right now because he don't need to make no money. I think he's
So
making like 300K
So
this year.
let me add to that. Rey Mysterio entering at number 1. Penta entered at number 2.
mhm.
It was a beautiful moment for me as a wrestling fan. It was a beautiful,
Hold
beautiful moment
on.
to
Hold on,
start
let him
off
finish.
that
Let him
Rumble
finish.
because it was like that's passing the torch. That was passing the torch to from Rey Mysterio to Penta. Because those are the two, basically right now, the two hottest lucha libre wrestlers in the world right now.
And then
That's
You know what I'm saying?
his brother's gonna be coming in about 3 or 4 months. He got to finish up his AEW contract.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's true.
yeah.
I think I agree with you. When I seen Ray come in, I was like, who number 2? When I seen how the lights went dark, I said, oh, they threw Penta in it. I said, yeah, this is pass the torch moment. I
Yep.
said, this is literally a pass the torch moment. So that's why that when I seen Penta come in at number 2, it further solidified me saying, yeah, I was like, while people bullshit, Ray fit to pull a Tim Duncan. He fit to retire your ass out of nowhere. This be like, yep, I'm done. And y'all gonna be like, wait, what? No farewell tour? Shh,
Yeah.
It wasn't no need.
Nah, they might
But
get a WrestleMania
You know
moment
what?
too.
I'm gonna say this. Tim Duncan. We always call him the big fundamental. Ray Mysterio is a fundamental guy. Scientifically, lucha libre. I mean, he can take it anywhere. Anywhere you want to go, he'll take it there. He can wrestle big man. He can wrestle small man.
Mhm.
I mean, he was Samoa Joe before Samoa Joe was Samoa Joe.
I will say this. I knew. Don't get me wrong. I always thought Ray was good, even back in his WCW days, especially when he was a 50 animal. Like I love that character so much.
Oh
But
man, he was
but
out of the
but
mask. Yeah,
but when I heard Mark Calloway, better known as the Undertaker, when I heard him say out his mouth like one of his favorite wrestlers to wrestle with was Ray, that pretty much told the story how good of a wrestler Ray is. Because like, don't get me wrong, Undertaker don't validate everybody. He
no,
do not validate everybody. So the fact that he got that nod from the Undertaker, it really showed how great of a wrestler that Rey Mysterio was. And which, if anybody saw that WrestleMania, that Royal Rumble match they had against each other in 2010, it
that was a
displayed
classic.
how good of a damn match, how good of a wrestler Rey Mysterio was.
That was
And
a
like,
classic.
I think Undertaker said that was like his top 5 or top 3 matches that he ever had. So he said he definitely had fun with him in the ring. So like, I give them credit, and I like the fact that they put two luchadors with each other to start the match off. Granted, they had a botch because I think Penta feet actually touched.
One did,
Nah, 1 foot
I,
touch. Yeah,
one did.
so it wasn't both.
I
Y'all,
watched it
I never
twice.
ran.
It one.
I never ran it back to see if he did. So it's just on a 1 foot touch.
1 foot touch, and then when he swung up, the other foot touch. But he only had 1 foot down the whole time. So
Okay. I'll just make it sure. But like I said, to start off the match with that was pretty solid. I think it was a solid match, having the guys come in, Carmelo Hayes doing his thing. I don't know what it's gonna take for him to kind of get more of a main event run, but I think the guy put on quality matches. I hope they look at him one day as a main eventer at some point. um all
Why?
the way up
He too
until
small.
Why he not Tozawa out like that? Why they doing Tozawa like that, bro?
So they
the
can put ISO speed in the bullshit. And that was
yeah, that was stupid. I hated that so much because
I,
me personally, that was a wasted pick. You could listen. I had high hopes
you could have put
because
Austin Theory in that place instead of if you're gonna do something
nope,
like that.
not even Austin, not
I
even
mean, I'm just
Austin.
saying you could have put someone like that in that spot if you're gonna do something like
I
that.
They
I had
explained that spot right there, man.
What happened?
What they
why
did was it was for them to catch other people. I Show Speed got a lot of followers, so
Okay.
when they did that, I Show Speed had already had his followers on the stream, so the man got over a million streams. So that's why they did that. They explained that spot in the match.
He was on
well,
Twitch and only had 15.7.
I'm about who was on stream when John Cena showed up? Was it Speed or was it Casanat? Because Kyle was there last night too.
Yeah, he was. It was a lot of
So
people there.
like stream like that. I do understand what Trips be doing. Like he
I
also
wasn't saying
turned
though.
into the social media era. But me personally, as a wrestling fan, I didn't. I get the business out of it. But if anybody that deserved that spot, the guy that been missing for the last couple months since he lost the NXT championship was Trick Williams. I think his return would have blew the roof off that place. To hear 60,000 people chant "whoop
Hey,
that trick" would have been generational. Not
But
even
here's
gonna
you
the
lie to
notice
you.
thing
you
though,
notice they didn't put a lot of NXT
when you got
guys on
Business
that.
Day coming up and you got your own pay per view coming up, you diluted him from that pay per view if you do that.
Who cares?
I mean,
Like
you got
you
you
can't
got to make the money over game.
hold on, you can't say that about Trick when you just literally watched Last Legend and Jada them in the Royal Rumble.
Right.
That's BS. You can't say that. You
But
can't
they're
say
not
you
scheduled
dilute.
for. They're not. But neither one of them are scheduled for Vengeance Day.
I don't give a damn what you scheduled for. You put a guy that's very popular in the company in that Royal Rumble, and you cannot tell me Trick Williams is not pretty much top five,
Yeah.
top
Yeah, I
popularity.
mean, yeah, I
You
understand. I
can't.
understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. I think you understand from my standpoint as well. It's like you don't want to put him in and dilute him,
How are
especially
you
when he's about to
diluting
main
him?
event some in the way he's at.
How are you diluting him?
I mean, you don't
Yeah.
want to overexpose him,
What you mean
No, it ain't
overexposed?
overexposed.
You can't overexpose somebody that's already exposed.
but he's already over. So why would you put somebody in that's already over? And you got some other guys that's ready to be over as well. I mean,
You
I understand
that
where you're coming from, and I wish that he would have been a part of it as well. But if you're trying to sell your own pay per view and trying to be ahead of your pay per view, I mean, there's no sense him getting hurt and running that risk of getting hurt before his money making event.
man, this is wrestling. He could literally get hurt. The people you talking about. Like,
True.
let's be real here. I don't like that. You can't in this business. You can't play. You can't be safe and sorry. That don't work.
Right. I know
Cause
that, but
cause he could literally do. He could have a mishap on Tuesday. So that's BS to me. That is absolutely an excuse. He can literally have a mishap on Tuesday, a week before the doggone pay per view. That's BS. I do not want to hear that. Trick should have been in that matchup. I don't care how you try to spin it.
It
He
should
should
have
have
been a
been in.
few. It should have been a few NXT guys on that call out. Like
I
people
mean,
like
for crying out
Miz
loud,
should have been sat down.
You
Like,
had Joe Hendry in this bitch. Be for real.
hey,
And I ain't got nothing against Joe Hendry.
Joe
No, no,
Hendry
no, no.
on fire right now.
I don't have
Joe
nothing
Hendry on
against Joe.
fire right now, bro.
But
Stop.
that's the point. But that's the point I'm making. Because Joe Hendry on fire, and you telling me that Mindful Trick ain't been seen probably about in the last since he lost the title. I have not seen this man on no shows in there. So you telling me that once
he
they
just
heard
slapped the taste out of everybody's mouth. He just slapped the taste out of Wesley's mouth. He just slapped the taste out of Open Femi's mouth. So
okay, well,
Yeah. He looked like he headed toward a heel turn.
so
Yep.
okay, so with that being said though,
no, I'm
you
serious.
can't
He just slapped the dreadlocks off Wesley.
okay, that's fine. So he's been back.
No,
But the point
I
I'm
agree
making,
with you, LT. I think Trick should have came on. They should have brought Trick up and at least
you
for a
definitely
couple of minutes
minutes. Like
for
you
to
ain't
be
gotta, he
there
ain't gotta be.
just for the crowd. Obafemi should have came out and just you know what I'm saying,
Right. So like I
just
said,
for a
it's
teaser. You know what I'm saying, a taste of what NXT got because you
the with
got the
the
same stuff
big
from
time with
yeah.
the big time out the offer because you can't give them 3 NXT girls in the women's
Man, it was a
Royal
lot of
Rumble and don't
NXT girls.
and you don't give them enough for the NXT guys in the men Royal Rumble. That shit don't work.
You
It
got a
don't
lot, but
work.
you got LT. You got a lot of men on the roster, active men on the roster who would wanted a spot. You know what I'm
Again,
saying?
you're
But
right, but you giving
I would have
And
sacrificed
that's the point.
sacrificed
That's the
some
point I'm trying
Miz.
to make. You know,
I would have sacrificed some Miz. I would sacrifice Otis. You know what I'm saying, to get a couple of them guys up there.
that my point exactly. Miz could have got sacrificed. Speed could have got sacrificed. Otis could have got sacrificed. Dom ass could have got sacrificed. Like, come on. I mean, and I like Dom. I actually like the heel Dom, but he definitely could have got sacrificed in that
Yeah,
match. For
when he came in and inside the where he came in at inside the Rumble, it kind of
at
because
27.
bro, that was it was like everybody who came in, I was like, oh. Then Don came in, I was
Yeah.
like, oh
Okay.
man,
Now if we're saying this
shit,
about if we're saying this about Logan Paul, then
and
yes,
Logan
I would.
Paul too.
you
Hell
definitely could have
no. He
sacrificed
never
that
deserved
raggedy
number 30.
bastard.
Period.
You definitely could have sacrificed that raggedy bastard.
Okay then. I
He
mean,
could have came in earlier. I would have put Ob Femi at 30, or if
Or
we could have
Trick
got
Williams
Brock
at 30.
Lesnar at 30.
Like
No,
that's where I'm at on the situation.
where, where you know what, Obafemi, he probably feel like he shouldn't have to be in now. He feel like his title is he. Hey, that dude, he don't lack no confidence. I'll say that about Obafemi. Don't lack confidence.
I feel like Trick Williams would have got a bigger pop than your boy at 30,
He,
man.
bro,
Ain't nobody gonna get Trick Williams other than Jay Uso.
basically, and
Yeah.
that's just real spill. And speaking of pops, like I can't lie. I'm gonna be real about
Joe
this.
Hendry got a big pop, but did I want to
Yeah,
see Joe Hendry
definitely.
in that Royal Rumble? Hell no. Did I want to see
But
Logan Paul? Did I want to see Logan
Hey,
Paul in there?
hey,
but
this
Joe,
rumble set up a lot. This rumble set up a lot of different stories. It was a great moments in this rumble, man. Like
well, the Joe Hendry joint, I expected, and I'm gonna tell you why. Your first ever doing a crossover was having Mickey James come in with the women's. Then
Yep.
you had Jordan Grace come in with the women's. And
The
mhm.
then
last
this year,
year.
Jordan came. Jordan Grace came in this year as a WWE superstar. So the men hadn't had a surprise entry from TNA the whole time. So the fact that Joe Hendry got that nod, that was warranted. It was needed. They don't have, the women have been doing it for the last couple of years, so it was needed for the men to give that type of taste to the men of the Royal Rumble. So I appreciated that. Now, of course, seeing Roman Reigns come in at 16, crowd goes crazy and whatnot. But I can't lie, and you even saw it on his face when Cena music hit, like, and then he came out and he showed that title and they said the last time is now. You could see it on his face where he was trying to hold back tears, like, yo, this is really it. And I can't
Mhm.
lie, as a fan, I'm 34 years old. Cena made his debut in 2002. I was 11.
I was 22.
So damn, you old as shit. But with that being said, uh, with that being said, that man has wrestled literally pretty much majority of my life, and to see that this year is his final run, I can't lie, man. It can make you emotional because you're like, damn, but I really watched this man from when I was a kid to now I'm a grown ass man. And this man is now fit to hang it up after this year. He would no longer be in ring competition after this year. And to see the look on his face when he came out, he was soaking it in. He trying to hold back the emotions. He runs to the ring, but then the shit turned up because once he get in the ring, Right behind him was CM Punk, and then right after CM Punk, it was Seth Rollins, and it was looking like oh shit, because literally everybody that you had a problem with besides Punk was in the ring with Roman Reigns. You look
Now
like,
you
hey, bro.
look at this. Now you look at this now. Okay, when Seth and Roman get eliminated, CM Punk gets eliminated right behind him,
Right.
and then the brawl happens,
Right. That's a
and
Bruh,
fact.
then
hold
the
on.
stuff
Story.
starts
That man,
coming.
that man, hold on. Cause I don't know what the fuck Seth had going on, but for you to put both feet on that man's head,
For
he
real,
meant that. He meant that shit.
that was personal, bro.
He meant that shit. That man
I
put
mean,
both feet
that's
on his
why
head for
I'm
that
looking at
curve.
this. I'm looking at CM Punk and Seth Rollins, and I'm like, this ain't CM Punk, and this ain't Seth Rollins. This is Kobe, and this is Philip, and then that's the way it was, and it felt so real. I
I'm
mean, it
talking
felt
about.
like no. I mean, I'm
I'm
serious.
just.
When I'm looking at this fight, they throwing real blows.
Nah, I know what you mean. Yeah. Like I mean, like listen, it was the curve start really threw me for a loop because you already
Yeah,
know you keep one leg down and try to ease the pressure where you're not actually stumping his head in. That boy Kobe ain't give no fucks.
no
He put
fucks about
both
nothing.
feet. He put
He
both
he
feet
put that
on
he
his
put
head
that
and said,
like I said.
ugh. I'm like,
Like I said,
bruh.
they went to their government name. I mean, they wasn't Roman, they wasn't CM Punk, they wasn't Seth. They were Kobe, they were
Just
Philip, and they were Joe.
and Joe.
And that was it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what it felt like. It was it really. I mean, it really
Hey, let me point
personal
out. Let me point
vendettas
out.
are coming out for real.
Let me point out who eliminated Sami Zayn.
Shit, who
Jay
did
Uso,
Exactly.
and then did you hear what Jay
by
Uso
by
said?
by
My
by
bad,
by,
bro.
by mistake because he was supposed to be Sammy was supposed to be Sammy was holding somebody and Jimmy was supposed to be kicking him over the top and he moved and when he moved he kicked Sammy and Sammy fell and Sammy looking like yo bro and he was like my fault dog like I wasn't trying to kick you so but you know
That just,
that could intertwine the
but
storyline.
just thinking about that alone. Sami Zayn ain't been in the. He done got his chance to get a championship shot. Jay Uso gonna win it before him. This is gonna start a rivalry between them. I'm telling y'all, it's set. They set up a bunch of storylines in that mug. I even saw a storyline nobody even
It
thinking
set up
about.
a whole
That Joe
list of
Hendry being in there.
possibilities right here.
The
Think about
Miz
this
should
now.
go out. Hold on.
Think
Let me
about this
finish.
now. Okay.
Hold on man event hold on.
The Miz being in there, he should go over to TNA and challenge Joe Hendry for that championship. That's a storyline too. Who put Miz out? Joe Hendry did, and they got this whole little thing that they crossing over. Use
Yeah
some of your
they
down
got
the
WWE and
barrel
TNA under the same
wrestlers to
umbrella
go
now.
over there and do some things.
Yeah, I'm
Go
just
ahead,
saying
y'all.
my
Go ahead.
brother now. They never bought TNA.
Go
You
ahead.
said who
Y'all go
bought
ahead though.
TNA?
Huh?
He
You said
never
who
bought
bought
TNA.
TNA?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, like I said, WWE under the same umbrella. Like TNA. They, from what my understanding is, the deal really is TNA working with a bunch of NXT stars. But like you said, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody like from the main roster like go down to NXT just to do some work with the younger guys so they could get that exposure. Because I feel like they're gonna use TNA as well as a development circuit is like NXT. So to get those type of people, because you see how they had Jordan come in, and then now this year she signed with WWE, and she got a massive pop at the Royal Rumble last night. So I
Being a territory guy, me growing up in the territories or at the tail end of the territories, this feels like it's about to become a territory because you got the north. They got that northern west. Like Canada, Ohio, that area. So you got Ohio Valley and you got TNA right there together, and then Florida you got NXT in WWE, and WWE about to move their headquarters to Tampa. So you're starting to see that there, and then you still got that northeast corridor, which is all WWE all together, but there's still office in New York City. So you're gonna start seeing territories pop up, and then you're gonna see guys move around different territories, and you're gonna see the development start coming about. You're gonna see the territories come back, and that's what I feel. I feel like that's what's about to come back. The territories about to come full circle.
They already
Nah.
doing that main event. They got a show that's gonna be premiering on Tubi called
Yeah,
Evolve.
called Evolve. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
and
that's
it's
what
gonna
the up
be
and coming wrestlers, the ones that got the NIL deals.
Yeah, they're like basically like don't the guy, yeah, like the ones that could like they gonna work, they gonna be trying to they basically are start. That's the starter pack. That's the
Right.
starter pack and whatnot to get you interested and see how well you could do. And if you find your niche and you could do well, then they'll bump you up to NXT and see how you do on that circuit. And if you do well in the NXT or TNA circuit, and you become a big star and within that circuit, then they'll push you on to the WWE circuit so you could be amongst the main roster, the greats, and so on and so forth. So, like I said,
but
it's
ain't
definitely
Evolved already a wrestling company though?
No, this is
no.
Evolve. It is a show.
No, no, no,
Evolve is
no.
a company itself.
Hold on, but ain't it a wrestling company that Triple H showed up to one time called Evolve?
Yes, that's in Europe.
Huh. Well, they got this
Yeah,
small wrestling ring.
Yeah, that's in Europe.
Okay.
so, but now here's where the controversy come in for the main event for the Royal Rumble. A lot of people had they weren't really fans of Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble. Me personally, I actually felt like
Who else could
he
win?
was, huh?
Who else could win?
I mean, this is what I'm saying.
Everybody want to see him
I,
Punk to win.
but
Who's
listen what
on
I'm
fire
saying.
right now?
Listen what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. I could have predicted Jey Uso winning due to what you've seen from him the last few years. They built Jey from being like I tell you all the time. If you look at when before 2020 happened, you literally could look at Jimmy and Jey and really couldn't tell them boys apart. You really could. So then now you notice that like even if they both got the same hairstyle, you could tell who's who. Like
Right.
the personality is really separated. So now looking at Jey, look what he's being from 2020, the right hand man, Joe telling him, I'm gonna build you up into a main eventer, and then eventually you become, the unified tag team champions with your brother. Then you separated from the bloodline and became your own single star. The moniker on you was you couldn't win a singles match, a singles title by yourself. You eventually beat who hot streak at the time. You beat him for the Intercontinental Championship. Had it for a couple weeks. Of course, they made you lose it to get back to the Bloodline storyline. But then you end up getting back on your own again. You fought Gunther for the world title. I mean, like the build up to Jey, it was organic. He wasn't being forced on us. He wasn't being pushed on us. It was all organic. He's organically liked. So
Okay.
the fact that I see
So
people,
to me, you say it's organic. I say it's all redone again, repackaged, redone. Because when I look at that and the way you said that, I see Bret Hart, and this
I
is
mean, well,
that's how
yeah.
Bret Hart was done.
Hmm.
Bret Hart's the ultimate storyteller.
I mean,
Jey
well, I
Uso
mean,
is a storyteller all by himself, and I look at that and I look at the comparisons of the two, and see how they went. Where you had 8 years for Bret Hart from when he was a tag team champion 2 times, or 2-time Intercontinental champion, and then you beat Ric Flair in Saskatoon in 1992 to win the world championship, your first world championship. Come on now. I see those steps, and I see Jey Uso doing those same steps.
Yeah, but the difference between Jay Uso and Bret Hart is what?
Experience.
No, they're better ring work. Bret Hart was a better
Yeah, yeah, oh
in-ring
yeah, oh yeah, yeah,
performer
yeah, yeah. Duh,
than Jay
duh.
Uso. So,
Yeah,
but
that.
yeah, I feel that that's a dope analogy. That's a dope analogy of yeah, Bret Hart because he do
uh,
got the glasses. I don't know if he give them away like Bret Hart, but he
nah,
get the glasses.
I mean, well, I think he may have from time to time, but not as much as Brett do. But I mean, but like I said, it is definitely built for Jay to win it. People wanting to see Cena win it because they want to see him win his 17th championship. I could go ahead and tell people I don't see Cena doing it, and here's the reason why I don't see Cena doing it. Mainly because most
He's too
wrestlers
much
like them.
traditionalist.
You said what?
He's too much of a traditionalist. He wants to
That,
practical.
but yeah, that not that, and that's usually how it goes. Usually, when a guy's is on his way out, they usually lose to put the new guys over because he know
Yep.
he's not gonna stay long. Like I tell people, a prime example of that is watching Austin and Rock. Even though Rock didn't need to be put over, but Rock had done lost to Austin 2 times at WrestleMania already for the title. Now,
Mhm.
and then you also had like a lot of outside BS that was going on in both matches in the 2000 in the WrestleMania 15 match as well as the WrestleMania 17 match. In the WrestleMania 19 match, it was just a straight up fight between the two, no outside interference, no other BS. It was just them. You know what I'm saying? So, but you see, when Austin knew this was gonna be his last match, he put Rock over. The very next month, Rock put over Goldberg, who was in his first match of WWE because Rock knew he was going to Hollywood right after that.
Was that
So
Goldberg or was that Brock?
Goldberg, he put Brock over in 2002.
Two. Okay, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he put Brock over. One the reason why he left with in '02 like he did because the night he did the pay-per-view against Brock, his daughter was being born. So he had to finish the match and hurry up and get on the plane to fly where his ex-wife was so he could be there for his daughter's birth.
Oh
But
yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. I
um
can remember how that
but
happened. How that happened.
yeah, so after that took place, he like I said, like these what people doing. So with Cena, I don't see Cena breaking that record because Cena is only trying to put over the guys like for them to get the shine. Hence, that's why you think like he was the last.
No,
Like people like, oh, it's Cena and Jey Uso. They gonna give it to Cena. They gonna give it to Cena. And then when you see Cena get pushed over, it was like he doing the right thing. He's passing the torch. Jay, it's your time. It's your time to shine. And what better way to get that validation is you having John Cena on your resume that you eliminated to win the Royal Rumble. You really can't get no bigger than that damn near.
Well, let me ask you this though. Well, since we're talking about that, let me ask you about Undertaker and Brock. Then I watched some things about the Undertaker and the Brock story where Brock really didn't want. Well, Undertaker didn't really want to put Brock over. He didn't even want to have the undefeated streak. He wanted to break that streak 2 years earlier, and he wanted to put Randy Orton over. Vince said
Oh,
no. Vince said that sounds like a good idea,
so
but Vince said no.
let me ask y'all a question when you get through, bro.
Uh, Vince said okay, let's do that. Pritchard said no. So whatever Pritchard said went. Pritchard went. Now when you had Brock and Undertaker together, Vince was like, you're gonna lose streak tonight. And then he goes back and says, no, no, you're not. And then the night of WrestleMania, you change your mind and you say, yes, I'm putting you over. But then when he had the legit concessions during the match, he wanted to flip it back to the Undertaker, but Undertaker already called it. So at that point,
so
Brock
what's the
was
question?
lose
What's
to
the
Undertaker.
question?
So what do y'all think of that? Since y'all know all this now, should that have
I
happened?
mean,
Should he
I
have kept the undefeated
mean,
streak or what?
here's the thing about that with the Undertaker streak. What you should have done during that time frame, you don't. there was no reason for Brock to break that streak. Brock was already Brock. Brock was big when he first came into the
Okay.
business. He was still big when he came back. You had no business having Brock being the streak. Now, if I say if you were gonna have him break the streak, the person that should have broke it was Wyndham Rotunda, better known as Bray
Oh
Wyatt.
my God,
He
you're so
he
right.
should he was the guy to break the Undertaker streak because you go from Undertaker being the face of fear to Bray Wyatt being the face of fear.
And
That's
then
how that should have been.
think about this here. But yeah, why you saying that? The psychology of wrestling. He got so much of that from Barry Windham, Kevin Sullivan, and his own father. He saw so much of that third and fourth wall being broken with Bray Wyatt. You know, some of those crazy ass matches that he had. Is this one of those things where if you did pass the torch to Bray, could he have went even further with what he was doing with those crazy ass matches?
I mean, he could have. I mean, you got to look at it. Bray was already putting on good shows. It's
Mm-hmm.
just like but at times like Vince was limiting his creativity, and that was always that's one reason why I'm glad Vince is going, and you got a guy like Triple H them in the building because they're allowing these people to be more creative within their own selves. Vince wasn't allowing people to be creative. There was no reason for you to have Bray win the title at the Elimination Chamber just for him to drop it a month later at WrestleMania to Randy Orton. That didn't make no sense.
You didn't.
So now with that being said, bro, what was your question?
My question is, when it comes to that, like y'all said, you were saying about John Cena. Did anybody see the post show for the Royal Rumble? And when John Cena made a statement, he said that he was going to win. He didn't bite his words, mince his words at all. He said he's entering the elimination chamber. He's going to win the 17th championship. I don't know how true the statement is. We say he never ever leveraged his position in wrestling ever until now. He said that
He
shit.
lied. Well, he lied like hell because he been leveraged that thing. he was
Boy,
literally known as the go. He was literally known as the Golden Shovel for like a decade. So I don't know about that. Granted, though,
Bro,
it
that
is
that's what people felt like he was doing. Hey, politics plays a big role. If you ask me, bro, sometimes you see the golden show happen a lot of time with people. Like I don't understand how Gunther is so hot. Like, why is Gunther the champion? He don't have not. I don't get it. I don't
not
get
as a
why.
his world champion. Yeah, his world championship run ain't as good. Like his Intercontinental Championship run was nice, but his world championship run is
Even
very
that though, bro, he overrated to me. Like I don't know how certain people get pushes, but okay.
That's to you now. To me, I could give Gunther credit. He has had some quality matches as an intercontinental champion. He has had quality matches. WrestleMania 39, one of the best matches, probably the top two matches of that whole event, was the triple threat between him, Drew McIntyre, and Sheamus. Big bodies, big bruising, big brawlers, and it fit him. And the man wrestled his ass off. So I gotta say, under his intercontinental run, yes. As a world heavyweight
Is
champion,
it
no.
because they can wrestle and they can do scenes and spots and not botch spots and everything that makes them really great?
I'm talking about what Sheamus them in that
No,
match.
just wrestlers. Period. Like when they come down to scenes, why they get picked to be who they are.
Well, you got to
Because
understand if you paid attention, not last year but the year before, you do know that pretty much you do. Gunther had the longest run in the Royal Rumble 2 years ago. He was in that bitch for about 45, 50 minutes. Like Gunther was in that Joker the whole time till like then at the last couple folks. So
but
like
I know that. I mean, but that ain't got nothing to do with being in the spot. It just what I'm saying is like that can be manufactured any kind of way they want to. Whoever they want to stay in as long as they want, they already got a script saying this is when you go out. So what I'm
mhm.
saying is, how do you get the run that you get? You know what I'm saying? Like Jay Uso on a run, right? but it's because
Mm-hmm.
people fucking fuck with him real good, bro. I'm talking about like real tough. So, but how did Gunther get to where he is?
Because
You know
at
what I'm
one
saying?
point people fuck
Even
because at one
he not really even a real good heel to me.
but see you see how you putting it off your opinion, not everybody else's.
Right. What I'm saying is he not a good heel. That's just me. But I'm talking
But
from
but
my
but
standpoint. I watch
but see
wrestling
you
longer than
but you
anyone. I've been watching wrestling way long time than you have, my dog. But I'm just saying.
and I probably could tell you about some horrific stories going on in your game, but that's neither here nor there. Point I'm making is yes, you have your opinion, and I can understand your point because don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm Gunther had, like I said, for the world championship run, he has it's been less than desired. His intercontinental run was actually pretty solid. I saw the man twice live when they came to Savannah both times. I've seen him twice. The matches that he had was pretty solid to me. So I mean, like I said, I understand your opinion, and
What do
and
you
I
okay? So what do you consider a great match that's solid? Like who are your top wrestling performers in WWE?
all time or currently.
All time currently in I mean what do you consider a great match? Like if you we
So
talking 5 stars.
a great match to me, it comes down to wrestling ability and storytelling. One of
Yeah.
the best matches that, of course, due to certain circumstances, one of the greatest matches that don't get talked about because of said circumstances is 2003 Royal Rumble with Kurt Angle versus Chris Benoit.
Mm,
Five-star match. One of the best matches I've saw.
mm,
Another great match is Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 21. Great storytelling, great movement, great spots, even all the way down to Kurt putting Shawn in the ankle lock and he's doing everything he can not to tap out, even though he's in grinding pain, things like that. Another great storytelling match, of course, Cody versus Roman 1, 2 was good, but Cody versus Roman 1 was awesome. Like the angles all the way down to the Usos coming to help, and then Kevin and Sammy coming to help, and then with Roman was
yeah,
receiving a
I
stunner in the
agree with you
Halua
on that.
kick, and the camera one of the best spots of that match to me was camera angle when Cody covered Roman and as the referee doing the slow count, and you can see as the camera panning slowly, and you can see Paul Heyman look like he fit to have an absolute breakdown in the background when he thought Roman was fit to lose that title. Like that's great. Like that's 5-star matches to me. Undertaker versus Triple H and the Hell in the Cell end of an era. That's 5-star matches. That's what I consider 5-star matches. Those are just small some examples.
My 5-star matches, I give you a couple. If you the greatest match I ever seen in my life. Randy Macho Man Savage versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat WrestleMania. What was that? 3? What was that?
Yeah.
For the
Mm-hmm.
Intercontinental Championship. That's
Mm-hmm.
probably the greatest match I ever seen in my life. Undertaker versus Mick Foley. Hell in the Cell.
Mm-hmm.
Greatest match, one of the greatest I ever seen in my life. And it was just gruesome at the same time. And a lot of people don't talk about this one. It was a 7-series match between Chris Benoit and Booker T. Booker T don't get a lot of love of being an in-ring performer, but Booker T was
For
probably
some
one of
odd
the
reason, he don't.
greatest in-ring performers ever. Like had top 5, bro. Like Booker T should have been the champion plenty times over. But that in the WCW, it was a 7-series match with Booker T and Chris Benoit
Mm-hmm.
for the television title. Wow, for the television title.
Right.
Those
So I
those were
do.
some dope matches.
Those were, and you know what? Whenever we host another show, that could be that could be a topic of discussion where we could talk about some of the greatest matches that we experienced in our lifetime. from any promotion that we all saw him from. I gotta wrap this up because I know I'm still on the clock in a sense. So OG, you still there? Or you done dozed off? Cause he ain't said nothing about an hour. Be about
Hey,
30 minutes.
let me finish up something real quick though.
Go ahead, bro.
Reason why I said John Cena might be getting that 17 championship because I think Cody finna take a break. I don't think he gonna be there. I think he gonna have to relinquish that title. I think he finna take a break. They said last night that he was hurt. He had multiple injuries from the match with him and Kevin Owens. I don't know if that's true, if he's gonna make it all the way to what's name, but he could end up relinquishing title or losing the title to somebody. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna open the door for the Tribal Chief, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins would have a triple threat match for the championship.
We
The
still
other
got
one
we still
should
got the
be
factor in the Rock in there too. I just thought about that
right.
because we still because people still looking for that Rock versus Roman matchup. So we got to put that we got to factor that in the mix as
He
well.
not gonna make it. His schedule. They say his schedule gonna be messed up for this thing. He doing a movie, so they say he won't be able to be in this one. Maybe SummerSlam or something like that. They gonna put it
Nigga
together, but
always acting some damn well. Shit.
they ain't gonna be able to get it for the WrestleMania. That because he would have been like in the storyline by now. Like he would have been working on the storyline like they did it last year.
Well,
You know what I'm
he
saying?
didn't show up. Well, he didn't show up until after the Royal Rumble, the night like the Monday after. Like, yeah, he mentioned like the head of the table doing the promo, but that's Rock always doing teasers, so nobody wasn't even taking it serious until the situation that happened where Cody passed it off to him, and then the internet went in a frenzy. So instead of them listening to themselves, they just went with the internet, and that's how we got the situation that we got last year. But if he doing a movie, then yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah. So maybe it might not even be a championship. Might be just be a regular 3-way with Roman and Cena gonna be in the championship picture for real. I'm telling you. Either Gunther got to lose that title though, bro. I'm sorry, he got to lose it early, right now. Like
I
I'm not taking them from Gunther, but he need to lose the title, and they need to be up in the air for whoever get it because I see some other storylines, but we'll just see how it work out though, and I'll leave it at that.
right, I got you. So we're gonna try to close it out here. I'm gonna have to probably get somebody else to close it, end this live real quick. But I greatly appreciate everybody that was tuning in to our Royal Rumble recap. Kind of been all over the place, and heck, I'm still like towing folks' cars and stuff. So with that being said, we should be back Thursday, exclusive World of Wrestling. With that being said, hey man, y'all have a great rest of y'all evening, and please be safe with everything that's going on in this world. Y'all folks stay safe out there, please. Y'all be good.
All right.
Put your eyes back in your head.
I felt like flavor.
What me do?
Pry their eyes open and force them to see the truth. We will skin the sheep and sacrifice the weak. The unholy alliance has arrived.